Welcome to Your Bookkeeping Matters. I'm your host, Lisa Turner, a professional bookkeeper, registered BAS agent, and your small business cheerleader and mentor. I'm also a wife and mum to two little people. This podcast is for small business owners who want to manage their numbers the right way. It will be short and sweet episodes each week on business and bookkeeping matters in an easy to understand way with real quick tips or changes you can put in place, having a huge positive impact at the same time up-leveling yourself, so you can be in control and confident that you know your bookkeeping matters. Let's dive into this week's episode. Well, hello and welcome to this week's episode of Your Bookkeeping Matters. As you know, being a small business owner, you need to wear so many different hats. Keeping on top of and focusing on your numbers is one of the main hats, of course, but that is not the only important one. So today I'm going to talk to you about a few of the lesser known or avoided hats that you really do need to keep on top of to make sure your business is every success that you dream of. There are, of course, the main ones: operations, being the core business activity; marketing, the advertising and promotion of your business, and you know my favorite, the finances. But how well do you know and how often do you wear these hats? Your sales, your legals, your business planning, and your customer service. How well does your sales hat fit you? Do you even wear it? Because while it might seem like a really obvious one, and of course you wear it, you have sales coming in, don't you? But is that just accidental sales or not as much sales as it could be? Are you wondering what I'm talking about? Okay, so by accidental sales, I mean they stumbled across your website or were referred by a friend or booked straight in and accepted your proposal and no questions asked, or they found your website, loved the product and bought without any input from you. Now these sales are amazing, perfect even. You didn't have to do anything to get the sale. And when these sales are happening, that's when you're most likely to actually forget to wear the sales hat or you avoid it. Now, if that is you forgetting or avoiding it, maybe you don't like selling to people. Believe me, I completely understand. But you do need to pop that hat on, and you can call it your solving a problem or removing a challenge hat. Because I'm a bit like you, I don't do sales, but I do solve problems for small business owners. I don't sell to people as such. I let them know how I can take away the problem or the challenge that they're facing. And that is what you can do also, no matter what it is that you do. You sell gift boxes, you're solving a problem for your customer. They don't have to figure it out, source it, and package it. You sell clothes online. You're solving a problem and possibly a challenge at the same time. You're saving them a trip to the shop if they don't like going out. And you've got the perfect outfit they were looking for. Maybe you're a virtual assistant. You solve the problem of no time to do those admin-y things or the challenge that they didn't know how to do it. I'm no sales and marketing strategist, but you get the gist. Or has this happened to you? You're on that discovery call and you just chat away and you don't ever let them know how much it is or tell them how you can fix their issues. And then when you finally do send out that quote or proposal, you never follow it up. Without wearing your sales hat or by just wearing it sideways and doing half a job with your sales, you're not actually generating any new leads for future and new sales and customers. How will your business grow and be financially successful? Make sure you pop that sales hat on the right way to make sure your business continues to grow. The next forgotten hat is your legals. And guess what? I had mine on, but sideways for the first 18 months or so of my bookkeeping business accounted for you. If only I knew back then what I do now, that there is a core trio of legals that every business must have and that having them tailored to your business is crucial. I hear all the time, my business is too small. I don't need that document. No one will sue me. I'm sure if any solicitors are listening, they've heard those and many more. You really must have certain legal documents in place for any business to protect you and set the guidelines of your working relationships. You really can't ignore this one or put it in the too hard basket for later. Later might be too late, and should the worst happen, well, you want to know you have the right legal documents in place. Now, I say I had mine on sideways because I did have some of the documents, but they were templates that I'd used. And as my good friend Tracy at TM Solicitor says, it's a classic case of you don't know what you don't know. And I didn't know those templates didn't protect me properly if it ever came up that I had to lean on them. And now I have a full set of beautiful documents, and thankfully I've only ever had to gently lean on them a few times. But knowing that they are there and they cover all the aspects of my business is such a great relief. Making sure you pop that legal hat on and don't bury your head in the sand or until a future date is super important for your business success, because having the right legals in place show how professional you are and they're a reflection of your brand and your business. And of course, if you need to use them, they'll protect you and your small business. If something were to happen and you didn't have the right ones, your business might not survive. The next area in your business that you might have forgotten and the hat doesn't look or feel very familiar is business planning. Planning is actually one of the most important things to do with any business, because without a plan, it's tricky to know where you're going or how you're going to get there. Heard the saying, without a plan, it's just a dream? A really good business plan will have those goals and business objectives and what you want to achieve over the next 3, 6, 12 months and beyond, and the strategies of how you'll get there. You can then break that down into real, achievable and actionable steps. And part of that ties in slightly with the finances, a budget. In your business planning, it would be really great to have a budget so that you can plan the cash flow needed for those strategies of how you're going to get there to make sure you have the cash available when you plan on needing it. Part of the business planning is to track your progress over time. Check in on it. Are you meeting those goals that you set yourself? Have things changed and do you need to switch it up? Sales didn't quite hit the mark, so you can't invest in that new product line. You need to pop that sales or problem solver hat back on to get the sales where you need to be to reach those goals. See, all the hats are kind of interchangeable, but they're all really important. Now, this planning and tracking is all part of your growth and learning. It is so important to your success. But planning is really quite often an area that's missed or put aside because you're so busy doing the doing, you don't get a chance to stop and plan for your business. So you might think, I'm so busy, I don't actually need to plan. Wrong. That's probably when the wheels are likely going to start falling off. You didn't plan ahead for that growth and being so busy. You didn't have the new team member lined up that you would need if you knew that growth was going to be there. You forgot to order more stock to cover the busy growth period, and you didn't realize until, yikes, you're out of stock and the bank balance is, well, dismal. If you want to be successful and grow, you need to do the business planning even when you're too busy to plan. Set aside a CEO day or book in regular days or times in your calendar when you're working on your business, not in it. Future you will thank you for carving out this time. Now, the last forgotten hat to mention is the customer service cap. And there's a couple of reasons this one gets forgotten. One, you've been so busy you've not answered your customers' emails. Oh, hi, it's me. Well, I'm sure you're well aware of the statistics about retaining customers. It's 6 to 7 times more expensive to attract a new customer than it is to retain an existing one. And I want to help you save money and make more sales and profit. So if you're product-based, have a great email automation set up checking in that they receive the products and they're happy with them, asking them to contact you with any issues or letting them know how to leave a review. If you're service-based, check in regularly how things are going for any feedback. And really helpful emails about new and upcoming products or services. So no more marketing advice from me. I'll leave that to the professionals, but make sure you don't get caught up and forget customer service. The other reason is the good old you don't know what you don't know. So you find yourself some good marketing people to follow to get yourself up to speed with what you can and should be doing and some ideas. One I know personally and highly recommend is Birdcage Marketing. They are always dropping gold nuggets of marketing wisdom. Okay, that is a lot, hey. We've only been through a few of the key areas that often get missed. We small business owners have to know and look after so many things. But hang on though, do we really? If any of these areas are outside of your zone of genius and you don't have the time or you don't want to do it, outsource it. You just make sure that you know what you need to know and let the person you outsource to handle the rest. Now, if you are thinking you would like to join a community of other small business owners where we share other things to help with success, profit, live Q&As, come over and join me in my free Numbers Club on Facebook. You can search Accounted For You Numbers Club or the link in the show notes. Now, that is it for another short and snackable episode on matters for your business. I would be super grateful if you left a review and subscribed if you enjoyed listening to this. Catch you next week with your bookkeeping matters.